you want to make sure you could do your baby expansion, condensation of logs, of rewrites, because they can get really complicated, okay, and get very, very, like, quite a few multiple terms, okay? All right, so look, expand 12, condense 15, expand 18. That's just this row here. Oh, I guess I could have done 17 too. All right, so look, because you see a ratio, a fraction, you know you're on the quotient property, because the quotient property says numerator, denominator. Just go ahead and split up the terms as the numerator is the first term, the denominator is the second term, and just put a subtraction, right? You're subtracting the two terms. So it's log base 10 of m minus log base, oh, I don't have to write the 10, sorry, of 7. Here, I'll just write the 10. You don't have to, though. Right? That's it. Okay, if you're on 15 and you're condensing, is 15 condensing? Oh, yeah. Okay. It has the 1/3, so this goes back to that one exponential worksheet that you guys had, and some of you had questions on it. All right, 1/3, remember this is your power rule. It's the exponent one. See that 1/3 is like the coefficient n? It's like this 2. So then it becomes the exponent to the argument or the value, so 4 squared. All right, so here it's going to become log base 10 of 8 to the 1/3, but if you understand roots, like square roots, cube roots, fourth roots, log 8, okay, is now your radicand. You have 1/8, and what is the root? It's a cubed root. So when you have fractional exponents, the numerator is how many of the number, that's the radicand, how many you have. So for instance, okay, so this would be the answer, but for instance, if I gave you this, right? All right, so if you use the power rule, it would be log 8, okay, it would be 2/3, but then if you wrote it, condensed it more, I have 2/8. So that's 8 squared, but it's at the cube root. That's the power of the root. Okay, but you could actually write it more condensed by saying this is 64. So this is the equivalent to this 2/3, because 8, there's 2 8s with the third root. And so that's where your exponents come in. Yeah. Okay, this is separate. It wasn't on the worksheet, right? This is the one that's on the worksheet. I just to show you the two. They're really easy if you use them. If you don't ever see them, then they're weird. Okay. All right, so then 18. Here we go. I have 1w because 1 is implied in mathematics. This is a square root because they don't write the 2, just like they don't write log base 10, because you're assumed to know if they don't write the log, it's always base 10. That's your standardized log. Square root is your standardized root function. So this is really log base 7w, and what's my fraction going to be? 1/2, right? Because I have 1w, but my root is 2. So you can always put the 2 there and the 1 there, and that's where my 1/2 is coming. And then if you use the power rule, this could be the full expansion. So logs are all about details. It's details. It all looks the same. You just keep writing more and more, and you're like, what am I really doing? It's the details, the exponents, the coefficients, the base. Right? Yeah. Let me do the 17. I didn't notice it had log base 10 for x minus 1. Okay, what should I do? We're talking about the power rule, right? Or what is it asking us to do? Expand. guys know? What do you want to do? Okay, it wants us to expand it, so we don't want to bring the 3 here. We want to bring this here, right? The power. So 3x minus 1 log base 10 of 4. And then, oops, 3. But then you could just keep it as that. If you wanted to go the other way, you would take that 3 up and it would be this. This one was kind of iffy, like you really had to read the directions because it could have been expand, it could have been condense. If they wanted condense, they wanted the coefficient to be an exponent, but if they wanted it to, so the power rule could have gone either way. You needed the directions. We won't give you anything like this because just by looking at it, you're like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go condense, expand, which direction? Okay, if you wanted to go more, does anyone know what to do more? What I would do?
So what you said?
Well, if I wanted to expand it more, what would I do?
You could probably do the 4, like square root or something.
Not the. How many terms do I have here? 2. Can I just expand it into 2 terms?
Oh yeah.
So I can. Right? And now what do I write? You can even make the fraction then, right? Okay, we won't give you one of these, so if we're not gonna try and give you that. So if you guys want to write skip, just in case if you're like before the test you're that type to go through your entire worksheet, don't bother wasting time on that one. You'll see what we actually end up giving you. Okay. Okay, let me stop this. I forgot I was recording.